friends, it's Nancy, and what day is it? It's Friday. Friday the 13th. Yay! First of all, I wanted to share with you, I got some happy mail from Joanne. I feel like I know Joanne. It's weird. Anyway, so I sent her a message and I said, Joanne, I got your package yesterday, but I haven't opened it yet because if I open it, then I'll want to play with everything and I won't get any housework done. So dishes are done, kitchen's tidy, general house tidy. I got dressed, which is in itself is kind of a miracle. So I'm ready to open my present. Ooh! Look at that pretty little thing. Aww. It's a little journal. So this is a paper bag, and inside, little, oh, you know, every time I see like conversation cards, I always want to get them. And this is I bet you this is Tim Holtz packaging. Yep. Yes. And pretty eyelet lace with a little pin. And here's a little tag. Pinned on there. Oh, it has the date. Is that a tuck spot? No. This must be an art book. Little tuck spot here. Couple little tags. Oh, and another little paper bag. Oh, there is stuff in there. I didn't see anything sticking out, so I thought, no, maybe not. Tickets and stamp. Oh, look at the tiny little dictionary page. It says Rosebud and it has a rose on it. That is cute. I've never seen anything like that before. Very nice. Oh, it is an art book. Yeah. Oh, it's a little flippy thing. Aww. And of course, my favorite color, pink. Oh, I like this, how you made this pocket. So this has been tea dyed, or no, not tea dyed, color dyed. I like that. I would do that for sure. I will be stealing that. It has some cards and tags. Yeah, and that feels really sturdy actually. Aw, look at the little birds. Super cute. Oh, I didn't even notice the fibers here. Nice. Oh, and there's the bottom of the bag, and it has, oh, some cute stuff. More little birdies. And a paint chip. Rose petals. I love roses, and pink roses especially. Aww, that is cute. sewing a patch on her hat. Aw. I think this comes off. Little tag. A heart-shaped paper clip. Very, 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 very cute. And I love this. Thank you so much. You must have made this. It's beautiful. Thank you so much, Joanne. You've been very, very kind to me. Always been very, very supportive. And of course, pink is my favorite. I will treasure that. Thank you so much. I'll put that on my desk downstairs so I can write myself little notes. Okay, moving back on to Blair Lodge. So I got all my papers together, ready to go. I inked up the edges and then sprayed with this stuff. First layer went on well. The second layer, I don't know if I put on too thick of a layer or what I did. And I'm not sure the camera's going to pick this up, but it's kind of given it a ghostly gray sort of layer in places. So I think I may have ruined this. Now, this is acrylic. So I thought maybe I could knock back some of the sealer with some acetone, because #science. So prepare to either be amazed or horrified. I got dug out of bed at 8:30 this morning. I said, go get me some acetone. I could have gone myself, but again, if I had gone out, I would have been distracted and not got my work done. And I need to get my work done so that I had the weekend to sort of play. All right. Let's see what this does. It just seems to be the edges. That have done this gray ghost thing. Ooh. Oh, that's already better. Okay. I talked to Catherine about it this morning and she said she had that happen to her once too. She ended up throwing out the book. I had this happen to me before with a book, but I had used a different spray, a different clear sealant. And then that was my one try with that, and that was it. I threw that out, which is a shame because it was a good book. Oh yeah, that worked. Okay, Catherine, never throw out another cover. So what I might do is use the brush on Mod Podge, just a thin layer. Okay, let's see if you can see the difference. I'm going to stand up so I can look. Yeah, you can definitely see the difference, can't you? Well, thank God, because I was livid. Just livid. And this does take it off. Like, when I touch it with my finger, it's sticky. So it's eating that acrylic off, just like if you had acrylic fingernails or acrylic nail polish. What a relief. So I hope everybody's doing good. I've been pretty concerned about the increased number of COVID cases we have and what that might mean. I was watching a news coverage, yes, not news coverage, but a press. Oh gosh. Huh. I don't know what's wrong with my brain today. Too much cleaning, that's what it was. Too much cleaning. It'll come to me in the middle of the night. Anyway, so I was watching press release last night on global television. Talking about the new modeling. And that if we continue on the current trajectory, I think they said in 2 weeks we would max out our ICU beds. So I fully expect that there will be an announcement either today or Monday that we're going back to a modified lockdown, because they kept comparing the numbers with countries that are in Europe that are in lockdown currently. And they kept reinforcing that, you know, a difference between 3% and a difference between 4% sounds like it's nothing, but here's what it really means, blah, blah, blah. So, honestly, I thought this was going to be coming. And I hoped that I would have some better strategies for coping. So I sat down with myself and had a talk with myself and decided, self, let's make a real plan for self-care. So one of the things that I did yesterday, you know, people talk about gratitude journals and things like that. And I thought, you know what, instead of doing a gratitude journal, I'm going to thank people who maybe didn't know that they'd made a real impact. I feel like I should have thinned this out a bit with some water. So, you know, people who helped me with my kids and, you know, made a difference in my kids' lives. So there's been a letter that I was going to write for some time to my oldest son's English teacher. Now, I don't know, Mark probably doesn't watch this, but his wife might. So I can say all these things. I'm his mother. Anyway, school was kind of a struggle for Mark. And I thought, oh, if I can just get him through school. And then as he was approaching the end of his high school career, I thought, now what? Now what is he going to do? What is he fit for? Because he needs a lot of direction. And routine and you know, he's a good kid. Well, he's a man now, but at the time, he was a good kid, you know, very nice, but not a self-starter. How's that? Not making decisions solo. Hopefully this is gonna work. Oh gosh, yes, that looks so much better. Oh, I was freaking out. Anyway, so, and I was very involved with the school, and always in communication. And so grade 11 is another parent-teacher interview, and I went in to meet Mark's teacher, Mr. Cameron. And I mean, Mark was an average student, you know, he got by. You know, not remarkable, but of course he didn't try very hard either. Just saying. So I said to, and basically Mr. Cameron confirmed what I already knew. You know, he could do better if he put some effort in, but, you know, he'll get through this. And I said, yes, I am confident he will achieve a gentleman's C and get through high school. But then what? What is he going to do with his life? He doesn't seem to have any real ambitions or goals or career aspirations. And he said, put him in the army. Put him in the army? Wow. That never occurred to me. I'm just gonna wet my brush a little. I'll be right back. So I came home and I said to Mark, Mr. Cameron thinks you should join the army. You want to join the army? Oh yeah, yeah, I'd do that. So at the tender age of 17, I signed him over to Queen and Country. And Canadian Forces sent him to college for a 2-year program. And when he was done his college program, he had to sign a 3-year contract to serve. Because all the time he was in college, I mean, they were paying him his salary. They paid for everything, except his housing. So, but I mean, he was getting a full-time salary. We paid for his residence at the school. So he only had to walk, you know, a couple hundred meters to get to the college itself. I'm just trying to get this pretty smooth. All right. I'm going to put this out on the kitchen counter, see how it goes. Shall return. Anyway. So when he was done, he had to do a 3-year contract, and this would have been 2008, 2009. I'm not 100% sure. So at the time, the unit he was attached to had been deployed several times. Not the entire unit, just some of the soldiers. It was a combat engineering unit. So they had been deployed several times. And so I said to Mark, there's no oceans in Afghanistan. Why don't you do a component change and go in the Navy? Okay, sure. See, he's very, very easy to get along with. So he was stationed in Halifax, and he's been in Halifax now, I want to say 9 or 10 years. Definitely, I think it'll be 10. And he's got a good life. He's happy. He's met a nice girl. They got married 6 years ago. And it's really given me a sense of relief. He's been deployed a couple of times, but mostly he is not on a ship. He's working on the base. So he hasn't been deployed in years. So hopefully he'll never have to be deployed. It's awful. Every time I'd be in the car and I'd hear about a Canadian warship being sent somewhere or other, I'd practically throw up on my steering wheel, but I'm an anxious person. What can I say? All right. So I wrote a letter to his teacher yesterday. And it was kind of funny how I got his address. So there's a website, not a website, sorry, a Facebook group for the town that we lived in. And so I posted a message. Does anybody know where Mr. Cameron is, if he's still around? And several people said, oh yeah, we do. And I said, can I have his address? Yep, here's his address. So, and then somebody else said, oh, I actually do some work for him. I can take a letter for you. I said, I've already mailed it. Please, it should be there first next week. Please ask him and let him know that he was the talk of the town here on Facebook. Let him know that he's made a difference for our family and for clearly a lot of families, because there was nothing but kind words about Mr. Cameron on the Facebook group. Anyway, so those are the things that I'm going to be thinking about over the next few weeks. Instead of things I'm grateful for, I want to reach out to people who that I want to say thanks to, and hopefully that will help them, improve their situation on a day long basis anyway, hopefully. All right. So I've got 11 signatures. I want to do 6 pages per signature. I'm just going to do a count, see how many I've got here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think this one had one in it. 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, I've got lots. So I can probably take some out. So that's 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 74. I have got 8 more than I need. So, oh, I should tell you what I did. So remember when I was taking the original book apart and I took out like the front page and I said, oh, I'll use that. So this is the front title page and I've just glued it onto a piece of Tim Holtz paper. And then I started thinking, wait a second, I could use some book page. And I looked through it, and sure enough, there's exactly 11 chapters. So I used the chapter for each signature. And I've added a little bit of Tim Holtz fabric here. And I'm going to do some stitching with black thread. I'm gonna stitch around this too. I originally thought I'm not gonna do any stitching, but I am. So the kinds of papers I picked out, these are from a boys, a chums book. So I picked a few images that I thought would be good for this masculine. This one I thought was really good. So this is amateur soccer uniforms. So I think that book, I'll have to look for a date. I want to say it was 1920s. So I've got those three images. This is old composition paper. I had to cut it down a little bit, and then I used my chomper to round the corners. This is from a sketchbook. This is from a reprint of an Eaton's catalog. Good tea. So this was 1901, 1902, but it was printed, I think, in the 70s. I don't know. So I tried to choose masculine sorts of things. So there's one with sports. And I didn't do one for every signature. I just picked out what I thought was good for the theme. So how many of those do I have? 2, 4, 6, 8. These are just plain writing paper. These, that one I wanted to throw out. These are from the fly leaf of a book about Scots tartans, clan tartans. So this is a thistle. I almost said heather. It's not heather. It's thistle. And I just took the front and back leaf out and cut it down into short pages. Here is some old dictionary page, and it had some Scots sort of themes. So here's a tartan, there's a tam o'shanter, here's plaid, here's heather, there's heather, a kilt, and bagpipe. This is an old map of Scotland from a school geography book. And it talks about Scotland on the back. This is tea-dyed paper. I didn't use any lace when I was drawing this. Oh, this is a Canadian Immigration Service form. Because I was thinking about, how did this book get from Scotland to Canada? So I got this Canadian immigration form. And I've got some ledger. 3, 6, 8. So, for the rest of the time, I'm going to be just putting together my signatures, getting ready to sew them to the spine. Where is my inner spine? Here it is. So I'll be sewing them to this inner spine. And I don't know if I gave you a good look at this fabric or not. This is Tim Holtz. It's called Dapper, I think, or maybe the collection is called Dapper, and it's all cigar bands. So I actually have a bunch of cigar bands that I'd like to use to embellish some of the things that are going in here. And I also have some old postcards from Scotland that I thought I might add in there either as tags or flip outs. I was thinking this one might be too big, but no, I could use that as a tip out. Anyway, so I think that'll be it for right now. Thanks so much for joining me and listening to me blather on. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care.